The Buffalo Bills had an amazing victory against the New England Patriots on Sunday, and it was a great event to be at and to be part of. Let's take a breakdown of all three of the units. First, we'll start with special teams. Of course, the opening kickoff left a lot to be desired, as the Patriots showed karma on the Bills, as the Bills ran two kickoffs against them, including the opening one last year, with that great kickoff return by Nyheim Hines, and they ran their opening kickoff back on us. So that wasn't good, but Bass kicked good during the game, and this year Sam Martin's actually had some parts where he didn't look that great, actually. His punts weren't getting much loft, but this game, Pro Bowl caliber punter. He posted him inside the 5 a couple of times, and with the help of Saran Neal, who played a fantastic game, by the way, he was able to down those inside the 5-yard line and really back up the Patriots into my end zone too. So we were yelling as loud as we could at them when they came out of our end zone. So that was fun. And special teams ended up having a pretty good day after the opening kickoff. On offense, they didn't really have a very good day. Josh Allen looked a little bit off. I don't know if it was just one of those things, one of those days, but his timing looked off, or maybe his release as far as passing the ball, as he didn't put up a very good stats. I think one of the things that I'd like to contemplate on our offense and our passing game is when we try to go long ball too much and not worry about just where the sticks are, I think it affects our team and puts us behind the sticks. So we just need to worry about stick to stick, getting that first down. You know, it's 1st and 10. Let's get the first down. Let's move down the field periodically. And sometimes, like earlier this year when Stephon Diggs caught a short pass, you can break it and go deep. I know once in a while you have to throw long passes or it'll suck up, the safeties will come too far forward to be able to do that stick-to-stick thing. But, it just seems to me that when we try to do too much long ball, we forget about stick-to-stick, and we've got to move down the field. So that's one thing I'd like to suggest. The offensive line struggled, at least at the beginning. I think they played better in the second half. And the last drive of the game was the best drive because they needed to sustain a drive to end the game, and they did just that. They did go stick to stick. They did move first down to first down and used up New England's timeouts and just ended the ball game. And eventually Kyle Allen got to come in to take the victory formation. I think Josh might have actually got a little banged up. He had a stinger, I think, at the last play, because he knew he needed to get the first down. They put the ball into his hands to get it, and he got popped a little bit. But after the game, he said he was fine. But I like, now into the game, Kyle Allen. Now in a quarterback, Kyle Allen. I love that, because I love Kyle Allen too. Get him some playing time, even if it is the victory formation. On to defense. What a game by the defense. Really proud of those guys for standing up and doing their thing. Shout outs to Ed Oliver. The guy's getting pressure all the time. And that was a key to this game, especially in the first half. All the pressure the defensive line was getting. Zappe was under pressure. And it wasn't just him. There were a lot of guys getting in there. But and then props to Rasul Douglas. Holy cow, what a great trade that was at the trade deadline. This guy gets 2 interceptions. One of them's a pick six, and he tips the ball in the air for Ed Oliver, the before-mentioned Ed Oliver, to have a one-handed catch for a defensive tackle, diving interception. Amazing, amazing. And Rasul, we thought he had a fumble recovery, too, during the game that he ran back, but that one got called back for some reason. I don't know why. I can't remember. So many things happened during the game. But what a great game. And it seemed like, at least in that first quarter, New England offense put them on offense because that was our best offense. I mean, our defensive players were providing all the energy. And interception here, fumble recovery here, Christian Benford getting a fumble recovery, interception over here. I mean, it was just like, let the Patriots take the field again. So, anyway, great overall game. It takes everyone to win a game. You can't just have the offense playing well every week to week because the defense needs to pick them up or the defense needs the offense to pick them up. You know, this week it was the defense and the punter and Saran Neal downing those punts that really helped the Bills come away with the victory. And then the offense came through when they needed to finish it off. One of my favorite points of the game was 3rd and 1 on the final drive. The Bills line up in shotgun, and McDermott says, "Heck no, timeout." And they ran the tush push out of it and got the tush push touchdown. The Bills are running that tush push really well now. I've said all season, and a lot of people have, that nobody runs it like Philadelphia. Well, we don't run it like Philadelphia. We've got one running back that steps up and already has his hands on Josh's bum before the snap even happens. And you know what the play is, and it's been successful. And the running back doing it, pushing just one guy, has really been successful for the Bills, and hopefully it continues to be. Under the old offensive coordinator, it was Gabe Davis for some reason that was the tush pusher. But I like Latavius Murray doing it a lot more. I think he's got more power. I know Gabe's the big weight room guy, but Murray's just bigger. So I like the way they're doing that, and he knows how to drive his legs to get the running back type of push that you need. So anyway, great game by those three guys. Now, as far as autographs and talking to the guys, I'm down to 5 guys. I'll get to that. 5 current players on the team that aren't on the wall behind me, autograph pictures. So, but finally was able to add Terrel Bernard here. And what an addition to our team he has been this year. At the start of the year, I made several videos. Who is going to be our middle linebacker? Who is going to step up and do it? And this guy has been the answer. I mean, he's really provided a lot for the team. I think the first 1 or 2 games he may have struggled with the play calling part of it. But since then, he's got that down. And he also is providing speed. And he's always near the ball. You know, massive tackler, and gets those turnovers as well. So, Bernard, awesome addition to our defense. And then I was able to meet Lorenzo Alexander. And, you know, I've been wanting to tell Lorenzo the story of when I went to the Minnesota Vikings game. You know, the famous one where Josh leaped over Barr, the linebacker, during the game. And the story is that Lorenzo's was warming up, and all of us fans were yelling at him and yelling to try to get an autograph. And he was warming up, and he stayed focused and just ignored us, which he thought was the funny part of the story, but it wasn't. And anyway, it was good. I told him that's what he needed to be doing. But then this little girl came up and stood next to me, and she said, and she didn't even yell. She just said, "Hi, Dad." And Lorenzo turned immediately and smiled, and you could see the love. And that's what I wanted him to know. Is I was just amazed, and it touched my heart. So I wanted to share that story with him of what he did at the Viking game that really touched me. And then also able to meet, and this is a huge one for me. I got a little bit emotional when I was able to talk to him. Because this guy, I told him, you're the one person that if I ever went to lunch with someone, that I tell him I would want to go with this person, or if I ever got the opportunity to meet him. And it was just such a thrill to finally be able to meet Marv Levy. Where would you rather be than right here, right now? Marv Levy. This guy is 98 years old, and his knowledge of football and of history is beyond anything that I could ever imagine. I can't believe it. I'm getting a little emotional now even. Marv Levy, it's something to meet my hero. I mean, all of these guys, I look up to all of them, and I love all of the Buffalo Bills, but Marv Levy's at the top of that stack. So now the Bills look forward to a big game next week, which may boil down to actually being a playoff game because we're going down to Miami to face the Dolphins. We don't have to worry about the heat that the Dolphins make you sit in during regular season games because it will be a night game. And I don't know how hot it is this time of year down in Miami anyway, but they make the visiting team usually sit on the sunny side of the stadium while they sit in the shade. But we'll have to worry about that this year. And if the Bills win, they get the 2 seed. And we'll most likely play the winner of the Texans versus Colts game, which is on Saturday, which I don't particularly like looking down the road because they get an extra day. But we can't worry about that. We always say go game to game to game, next game, next game. So right now we just got to worry about the fish. And if we don't get this victory, again, I said it's like a playoff game because we probably won't be in the playoffs unless Pittsburgh or Jacksonville lose. But yeah, so big game coming up. And maybe I'll make a video about that before the game. But for now, what a great game. What a great flyover before the game, too. And, I see Daquan Jones down here. Before the game, while he was coming out of the tunnel, I was yelling, "He's back! He's back!" The bad Daquan Jones. He came over and gave me a fist bump. That guy's awesome. I'm so glad he's back on the team. Was interesting that Von Miller and Linval Joseph didn't play. I thought that both of those guys would play, but I hope they're both coaching decisions, which means Poona Ford and other guys on that defensive line just for playing too well to put them out there. So we'll see as the future goes on, maybe with different offensives playing against different people, we bring those guys in. What a good problem to have, that you may have too much talent on the team. You got to put some guys inactive. But we will see. The future will tell us. But for now, go Bills. And always remember, God loves you. And so do I.